Hi, you guys. Hello. Welcome to the Macro Chat Live Show. And it is crazy right now. You want to know why? Because AD is not here. Hey, let me just say hey to you guys. So, hi, Elise. Hi, Barry. Hi, Ada. Hi, Catherine. Hi, Jan. Am I missing anybody? I just want to say thank you so much for showing up. 15 minutes before the show began, I checked my phone and AD says he has a massive migraine. So I'm like, okay, I've done this before. It's not a big deal. Well, I'm I'm on OBS, this convoluted thing that's, whatever. And it never seems to, it never, ever, there's always something when it comes to tech. And so when I try to share my screen, I was doing this right before, and I'm going to do it right now. And let me see if I could get this while we're live, because why can't I share my screen? So here's the front screen with me. Okay, that's great. And then if I want to share a screen, it goes to just little old me and no screen share. So it's like, we are all about sharing work and capturing. Let's see, this display capture is supposed to work. I looked in properties, and when I go to properties, it says no properties available. So it's not sharing my screen, either screen. It's only using, right now, OBS is only using the camera. So let me get back to me. So I had an idea. I just put in, because I want to share, we've got some great images to talk about. We have some wonderful goodies, and I want to keep this show going, even though I can't get OBS to work for me, because I did real quick a research, and said, how come I can't see my second screen or even the front screen? And it just still will not let me do it. And I have no idea why. So, oh, is it just music right now? Wait, let me make sure the music's off. Okay, I think the music's off. I think it's just me. I was just looking at it. Hi, Samir. Welcome to the Macro Chat Live Show. And my producer's not here, so Janice doesn't know what she's doing. I used to, but because I only had 15 minutes before the show, I seriously could not, I could not get this fixed. So I have an idea. I'm thinking that, oh good, you hear me okay, Barry? Oh, hi, Greg. No, you can't hear me? Oh, but Barry can. That's awesome. And we have images from Greg. Hello. So this is what I thought. There is I don't know if I could do this simultaneously, but I have this other way of streaming. It's called StreamYard. And so if I go into the macro, I just put it up real quick. I'm going to enter it right now. And I'm curious. I mean, I don't know if I can have two different streams at the same time, but I'm going to enter this studio here, and I'm going to enter myself on. And this is where I actually, because I could share my screen on StreamYard, but the problem is I don't know about the links. So let me see if I could do an invitation. I don't know if that would bring you guys all in instead of you seeing it on YouTube, but let me see if I can figure this out, because I don't want to lose you guys. So let's do this, okay? Because I am going to share the images. I'm going to read over everything, and I want to have the show. I mean, we're all here. We're all macro lovers. It's all about chatting, and I'm here to chat with you guys. Yes, he has a really, really bad migraine. So, and I know how that feels, boy, when you're like, that you got the pain and there's nothing you could do about it. So yeah, we hope, that's why I told him, I said, I hope he feels better soon, for sure. So what I'm thinking though, since you're on YouTube, right? And if for some reason, when I switch over from OBS to YouTube, to StreamYard, I'm curious if it's going to bump bump up what I'm sharing with you right now. So, but because I am going live, again, if you're on my channel, then you should be able to see that I'm live. And I think what I'll do with this one that we're talking about right now is I'll go under, and in the comment section, I know it takes a little while, but in the comment section, I'll give you the new link if for some reason it bumps me off. Because, you know, this is the first time, you just never know. And you know, with photography, right, we always have to, that's part of our lives. We always have to figure out what is our condition, what f-stops are we going to use, what is the shutter speed, I mean, it's kind of like a puzzle. So we're putting the puzzle of the Macro Chat live show with me trying to figure out how to get my screen to share and to rock this show. I'm definitely going to do the show. And so what I'm going to do is right now I have StreamYard going, and we have some really, really great images. So I'm going to change my camera though, because I have this camera set up. There we go. And let me make sure my audio is good. I have the blue, and I have the blue, the Big Kahuna Barry. This is the Big Kahuna mic. And so, okay, so here's the test, you guys. I'm going to go live, and let's see if I'm on live twice. Wouldn't that be interesting? But we do want to switch over to the new stream if I have two streams going. I can't see that happening in YouTube, but I will get you the video, the link. So here we go. We're gonna push go live on StreamYard. We're gonna do that, and we're gonna see what happens. All right, let's see. It says I'm live on. Interesting. Do I have two streams going? Because I'm on my laptop and I'm connected to you guys. And then I am live. Oh, this is so funny, you guys. Drum roll. I have two streams. Okay, so I'm going to go to my channel. I'm going to go to YouTube, and my channel is Sullivan. Let's see, what is my Sullivan J Photography? The big, where it has everything. That's what I want to go to. I want to see what's happening. I could go to here, and I can go to my channel. Wouldn't that be funny if I'm streaming in two different places? Oh, it is. I'm streaming in two different places, you guys. So let me give you the link to my channel, and you're going to see the top one. This is hilarious. I'm on two different places. So, but I want to give you the one with StreamYard, because that's the one. I'm going to share my screen right now let's do this. I'm going to share my screen, and so then this way you'll know which one to jump on. So let's go to here, share screen. Right now it's going to be gray. Okay, and I will put a fun shot of Greg's. We're going to push this down, and we're going to put Greg's image up. And where is Greg's image? It's on Lightroom. You're the first one, Greg. You're the first one. So let me get Lightroom up. I thought I already had it up. So we're going to talk about Greg's image. Okay, so right now I'm seeing that none of you guys has switched over yet. So let's see what's happening. I want to make sure that we're all good. Let me get to the chat again. Okay, and so I'm going to put Greg's image up. And let's see. All right, come on now. Let's see. All right. I'm going to have to give you guys a link. Okay. So there. Yes. Let me do this. I'm going to give you a different link to join me. Okay, you guys? Just in time. Awesome, Greg. Yes. So we have you guys. I'm going to give you a different link because Janice is, let's see, I'm on 2 different streams. That's hilarious, man. This is so funny. Okay, let me put this in the chat. Come on over to that link. And I think I'm going to leave them both up for now because what the heck? I'm just going to leave them both up. But if you want to see the images, you got to come to the second stream. It's so funny because the first stream is through OBS, and I forgot my water. No way. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's one of my problems. Is I always get like these little tickle itches. I don't know if you guys get those, but yeah, I get those. So I'm gonna try not to tickle. So that link that I just shared with you guys is the link for where you can see the images. And right now we have Greg's up. So I'm going to, Greg's is going to go away for 1 second. His image, you're going to see a gray screen, and I'm going to, I'll put Greg's image up while I talk about the show, okay, you guys? And then you guys jump on over to the new link, and I'll leave it up, and occasionally what I'll do is I'll remind people that are that's on the main here. I'll show you Greg's beautiful image. But what I'll do is I'll remind people that we are on this channel, this different stream. There's 2 streams going, and this is the one that rocks right here. So isn't this gorgeous, you guys? It's so pretty. So I'm just going to leave this beautiful image up while I talk because I do want to do some things. So this is the Macro Chat live show for any of you guys that is new. And we have technical problems, but usually AD's in the background pushing buttons and everything's rocking and doing really, really cool. Well, it's not happening like that, but Janice figured it out. So we're just going to stream like this, and we're going to really dive in. Today's feedback day. And so it's just going to be little old me. But I still can give you some good information, you guys. So what I want to do is I've did some shout outs, and Jan, Barry, Greg, awesome. Any of you guys that are newbies, come on over and tell me who you are. And I can see the chat through StreamYard also. So just chat it up. I think I've got both of them up. Yes, here you are. Hello. I'll say hello over here because this is where we all want to be. Oh, what's the stream? Okay, so Jimmy, the stream, you are on the StreamYard. So you are good to go, Jimmy. You are good. Because the StreamYard is the one that if you are on the show that is showing you only me, then you need to go to the link and come back to a different show because OBS is not working to share my screen so you can see these beautiful images. So it is a chat show. So let's all chat it up, give each other some awesome tips. Everybody, Greg, and we've got a couple other, Catherine's in there. We've got Ada. I'll talk to you in a second because I didn't get your information. You have some really awesome images though. So it is a time where we all, it's a place for us macro lovers. It's a place for close-up, macro, and micro. And once a month, I have an amazing photographer. July, we're trying to set the time, but I have some really good photographers lining up. I just hooked up someone else that she's amazing. And if you're part of the Facebook group, I do not have all of the fun things that AD has, but down below will always be links. So if you're not part of the Facebook group for the macro show, join it because that's when I pick the images there first, and then I do my rounds to the other groups that I have on Facebook. So this is about feedback, and I'm going to have a lot of fun with you guys. So I wanted to let you know, for you newbies, share where you're from because a lot of us hang out every other Thursday. So every other Thursday is this macro show. And then the following Thursday, I answer questions or most of the time it's answering questions. So I'll do videos for people. So I have one that I'm working on for Elise and another one I'm working on for Matthew. So Matthew asked me before and then Elise will get hers. So that's something that I do on every other Thursday. Oh, good. So Greg's giving the good stuff. It's about her bye bye crap show. Well, guess what? I don't understand what that means. So we'll just, what does that mean? See, I don't like trolls. You could go. So again, so what we're gonna do is we actually have put these in a troll. I'm thinking about trolls, but we get the images, they go into a Dropbox, and then when you guys fill out the form that's on sullivanjphotography.com, then what happens is I get a ping knowing that you guys have submitted images. I don't get the ping when it goes to the Dropbox. So you have to complete like information on the images that you guys are submitting. So that's something that I just put in the macro group. So that is for you guys to check out, and then I definitely will have this on. So it's all about us helping each other, and it's not about me. It's all about everyone. So let's start with Greg's. And I'm excited because he's sharing 3 awesome images. So, and I want to say thank you. He says thanks. He's telling me thanks for my inspiration. Well, I thank you guys, because this is what I love, is that we're getting together. We have a place just for us. So I want to thank you, Greg, for dropping in these awesome images so we all can help each other. So he has 3 of them, and which I'm going to let Harold know, he says that he's digging into Harold Ross's stuff. So if you guys have not seen Harold Ross's show, I'll put that link down below, and make sure you guys see Harold Ross, because his work, light painting, absolutely stunning. And so he says he was jealous that I interviewed him. And you know what? Him and his wife are just absolutely amazing too. They're just great people. So that was a fun interview. I think every interview I have, I enjoy. So yeah, I could just talk to, he's really, really good. So this one is his single white pony. And so it is a macro blossom shot, which ponies are absolutely gorgeous, aren't they, you guys? And so he's learning how to light a single blooms. So, and with single blooms lighting, especially this one, Greg, this one has a lot of depth. So, if you're using a single bloom and you have a daisy or a flat flower, it's so much easier most of the time. It depends on how the petals go, or, what you want to do with it. But I'm glad that you're practicing lighting just the single bloom, because I think what a lot of people do is they just jump in and start lighting everything. And it really, I feel like how I was trained is to start with one subject, and you will look at the subject, and through, the way our camera sees things is different than the way we see things. So it's always good just to do a real quick test shot just to see what you're looking. You can look behind the camera. And then what you'll do is, whether you're using natural light or dramatic light, is dependent on what you are trying to go for. But I'll just tell you how I was trained. So we have the key light, which is the main light that is hitting in really the important part of what you want in your shot. That's the key light. And it could be the sun, or it could be a regular strobe, or a flash strobe, or a bounce, or whatever. That's, just think of it that way. So then you have your key light. Then what I like to do is, when I'm first starting off, is take a shot with just the key light. And then I look at it. This is the beginnings of really learning light. So next, I say to myself, what is a little too dark? Or what, because you're adding another light to give it emphasis. And if you, like right here, I see that your key light is right coming in here. I think this is beautiful and very dramatic. So for me, I don't even think, I mean, I feel, I don't know your story here, but I love it. I mean, I just think that it's very, this is popping in the front and then it's dramatically dropping off. If you wanted more light on this, then I would bounce maybe a little bit. Here's the flower. I may bounce it because the way it looks like it's you. I don't know if it's your right or your left on the flower, but I may have bounced a little bit more off to this side because for me, I probably would have done a warm bounce, whether you use a gel or you can use a reflector that has the yellows to it. Then I would go ahead and just add a little bit more warmth to the right of the flower. I don't think I would add so much brightness. I think I would just do a little bit of bounce just to give it a little bit of warmth to the right side. And if you have questions, let me know. I'm going to look and see. Yes, his work is so inspiring. Really beautiful. Yes. There's only one key light and then a fill light in the front. So there's only one key light. No, where's your key light, Greg? Because you're saying that then a fill light in the front. Oh, the front right. Oh, okay. So you did give it a bounce. So when you did the fill, was it a warm fill or a cool, like when you bounced it? Because sometimes I use mirrors, sometimes I use, like a silver reflector. That makes a big difference. Because I think it's nice and it's not all, I don't think at all. Let me just do something. Let me share something with you real quick. Let's go over here and I'm going to not do that. And I'm going to add a little bit. Hold on one second. Not like that. That's crazy. Sorry. I'm just trying to do this quickly. Okay. Hold on one second. Okay. I just did this in Lightroom, but because we're talking about, we're talking about lighting, so I'm trying to pretend. So let's go here. Oops. So here is the before, and here is the after, pretending that there was a key light on there. Ash, you could shut the door, hon. I'm in the macro show. It's my daughter. So that's what I wanted to share with you. See? I think it was a white fill and the key light, yes, was warm. Yes. That makes total sense to me. That's exactly what I'm thinking. So that's why I was saying that it's a little different in color. Your lighting is gorgeous. But I think I probably would have that's my personal opinion, what I would do, all the power to you. So that's something that, the before with the cooler, it's like a cooler feel to it. And then adding a bounce, but a warmer bounce to it. That's what I would do. Yeah. Aw. I'm glad you like it. Okay, so let's go to the next image. And this is his pony. And so he says, I took a pink pony into the lab and created a stack focused image. I was a little bummed that I did not have the depth of focus to get the stem sharp, but I did like how the flower petals came out. So I do too. Let me do this to make sure that you can, I think it's survey. Yeah, so people can see, like, because it's black against black. So I think it turned out beautiful too. I really love it. And, sometimes, to tell you the truth though, sometimes when you have the stems all in focus, it actually takes away from the flower. So it depends, sometimes it's nice to have I maybe it would be nice to have this in, stacked, but I think it looks beautiful, and I wouldn't worry about the stack unless that was something that you were really trying to work on. Then I would just, this is what I like to do. I like to challenge myself to stack everything or mostly everything. And then when I'm in Helicon or Zareen, because I use them both, Zareen is what I recommend because we had Rick here, so he's awesome. Got to support Rick. So if what I like to do is get everything in focus and challenge myself with all the depth and everything. And then in the programs, it's so easy just to gently paint it off. Paint off things that you don't want your eyes to go straight to. So that would be an awesome homework for you. Your first homework, because it's called feedback loop. That means that you need to come around and you need to do little homework things. That's why we call it feedback loop, because we want you guys to try the things that we ask you to do, but you don't have to do. You don't have to like it. We just want you to try it. So, but I think this is beautiful. I actually really love the composition that it's actually to the side, because it gives you a little bit of, most people don't want, they always say, oh, don't, there's always these rules. But I think your image is successful because it gives you a little bit of stress to the right because it's right on the edge. Sometimes those things work really well. And I believe the reason why, in my mind, it works really well is because you have this beautifully lit leaves, and it really just brings our eyes off. It kind of makes it work well in the composition, I feel. So let me just do this real quick, and we're going to go back to the loop because I want to see your stuff up close. And you're like, oh no, Janice, don't do that. But we're talking about stacking. Look at how beautiful. And that's one of the things too, is that when it comes to us macro photography, I feel like the internet doesn't give us justice. You have to go like this and push up and look at these images up close like this to really appreciate the work that we've done. And so it's always good if you're sharing something to tell them, hey, I stacked this. Go ahead and click on it and look at it closer. It's really cool to see the details that are in this image, and I love it. I think you did a wonderful job, and I really like the light. Let's go down to the leaf. The stem looks good here. Let's see, stem looking good. I see what you're saying now. I think it's fine. I really don't feel like it's something that it's way out. And you know why? Because your dramatic lighting looks amazing. Let's see. Oh, he's wanting to know how many, and if you used a manual or electrical rail when you stacked. That's what Baz is asking. Barry is Baz. Okay, so let's go and look at, and I will just keep looking at the chat. A manual rail is what Greg was using. Okay, so while you're digging those things up, let's go to this beautiful one, and I love it. It's Black Plexi. Awesome sauce. I'm pretty sure it's Black Plexi. Let's read it because I have not checked everything out. So let's see what you said here. No, I don't think you've submitted this before. He was asking if you submitted this before. He says, this is an early attempt of getting a rose focused in the studio. It's a 6-shot stacked in Photoshop, and he used a 70 millimeter ISO 1250 of a second f4, and he used a Sony a7R II with a Sigma 70 millimeter macro. So, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Okay, let's look at this. Look at that, you guys. Look at that. I love it. I love it. Okay, oh, look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. I would be a little careful on sharpening because it looks like you're getting a little bit of, and that just happens when it's over sharpened a little bit. So when you sharpen, I don't know, sometimes you could take a mask and leave it sharpened. Here's what I do. And then when I start seeing the lines, then I take the mask and I unsharpen it just on the edges, Greg. That's just a little tip because you want it nice and sharp, but sometimes it's just because of the two different contrasting colors. They're so different. That's why. And we're getting into 1-to-1. This is because I'm getting into 1-to-1 because you could print this large and beautiful and somebody would really enjoy it. Okay, so I think your stack is gorgeous. It's only a 6 stack too. Very nice at F4. Dang. Oh, I know why, because it's back farther. That's why. Okay, so let me give you, look at this. I love this. Did you light this up, Greg? I just love how these feel. I love seeing black and have the reflection. It's just so pretty. Very, very pretty. Okay. Any questions? I think, now you're talking about stacking, and I think you did a wonderful job. And I don't see the only thing I see with this one is just the actual, just that one little tip. So I think kudos, you're doing wonderful. Awesome. Awesome sauce. Okay, let's see what we're going to talk about now. Claudia. Oh, Claudia. Oh, I need to save this one for Claudia. Okay, let me show you Claudia's. We'll do a little sneak peek, okay? So the reason why I wanted to do Claudia's for AD is she was inspired by AD. So I'm going to leave this, and this is a whistle. I mean, look at how big it looks. That's why I love getting up close. So this is a whistle, and she was inspired by AD's. If any of you guys don't know, AD is really his expertise is abandonment. So he goes into like these old homes, these old, like he's gone into the insane asylums that have been closed down, old mills, and he does this beautiful, he's really good at that. And so we had this thing in our membership where we're working on being inspired by other photographers, and it's a book that we're doing by Harold Davis. He rocks. So anyways, he's been on the show too. And so I can't help it. I just love that they come on and chat with me and with you guys too. And so anyways, she saw AD's work, and so she was inspired by his work. And so I am going to wait till AD is feeling better because I want him to see this image. So Claudia's not here at the moment. She's going to come back and watch this later, and I'm going to tell her that we're going to wait. We have to wait. So guess who's next? Catherine, you're next, girly. Okay. So let's see. Okay. Look at how beautiful. Isn't this beautiful, guys? Okay. So Catherine's been working on she's on a project that if you guys have not heard about last time, I got her doing some homework, and she's really diving into her work and feeling it. She's really working hard. See, that's the thing. That's what I really love too, is that, we all love what we do. We do. We love it. We love it. We love it. And sometimes what happens is some people get flustered because they're looking at other photographers and they're like, why can't mine be as good as that? It can be if you feel that way. Most of the time, you're just hard on yourself. I know I am. I know I'm super hard on myself. So with that said, be inspired by other photographers like Catherine. She's inspired by others. I'm inspired by others. And just keep working until you find something that is so exciting that you don't want to stop, which, we all love to photograph. We all feel it. But she's working hard, and you can see it because she keeps pushing herself and pushing herself. With that said, let's read what she says. She goes, this was a shot was handheld. She used ISO 400 at 1/640th of a second. Okay, Baz, here you go. Catherine, both of you guys need to talk. I used a Lensbaby Velvet 56, probably at f4. So Baz has been, Baz, I told you, if you go to Adventurers of the f-stop, the group that I just opened up to the public, Catherine is there. There's Catherine, there's Debbie. I don't know who else is doing. They have Lensbabies down. So I think Siri does Lensbaby. So he has asked in the professional group, who can help me with Lensbaby? There you go. I'm telling you, that's who these are the people that hang out over in the Adventures of the f-stop group. I will put that down below for any of you guys. That is for macro and landscape, but those are for adventurers. Those are for people that really want to push out of their comfort zone and really focus getting over the hump. So anyways, I had to say that because Baz is here and so is Catherine. So I want you guys to meet each other officially right now. So, okay. So anyways, let me get going. I focused on the petals in front, and so the focus falls off pretty quickly. That's the way I love to photograph flowers. So she really loves to hone in on the front so the back falls in. And then she goes, I love the color image, but I also love black and white because the emphasis is then placed on the shapes. And that's totally what I get out of this. Now, I want to do one thing. I want to see, again, everything. So I just don't want to be distracted with black against black. And what can I say, man? This is awesome. Oh, I did have something to say. You know me, Catherine. Okay. I mean, really, this is like perfect. It really is very, very gorgeous. But I'm working with Catherine. So Catherine, I want you to try something for me. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. So let me get over here and I'm going to go to the loop. Okay. So over here to the left, let me see if I could go to fill better. Okay, let's look at this. Look at how pretty. Oh my gosh. Okay, so see over here to the left how beautiful. I love the way this feels. You've got the texture, you've got the petals moving. My eyes are moving with the petals because you really have the black and white, like you say, it's all about the texture and the shapes. So the color's not stopping me for anything. It's about movement. It's about the texture with the beautiful feel and elegance. So what I would like you to try, and I don't know, I hope you did these in layers, because remember, I always ask you guys to keep your layers. Don't just, these are for the members. Just don't flatten your images. Keep your layers, okay? So right here to the right, where you have the, you have one of your textures going over this flower right in here, this petal right here, just this one petal is what I would do is gently try to take some of the texture off. Let me get up close so you can see what I'm talking about. Whoa, that's super close. But see, okay, you can see it now, Catherine. So see how all my eyes go to all these beautiful petals right here. You could see it. It's just flowing gorgeous. And I would just right in here gently remove with the mask until you feel, because I'm getting you to feel, till you feel the flow of that petal moving like the other petals here. Okay? That is Catherine's homework. Okay, now I also wanted to see, let me go over to this other section. There is 2 watching on the other, I see 2 watching, there's 3 watching on the YouTube that I streamed. I want you guys to know there is a link I'm streaming two different places because AD is not feeling well. So OBS is a different form. I can't share my screen. So there's one watching now. So go on, there's a link there. I need you guys to come on to the other show because that's where you're seeing these beautiful flowers and the goodies that are here. So I think, yeah, so any of you guys that are there, come on over and come to the new link, the new show area. You're welcome, Catherine. Yay! You have it. That's awesome. I'm glad that you have the layer. That's perfect. It won't be as hard. And see if you like it. Which one was from your phone? The rose one? One was from my phone. That's awesome. Let me see. Greg says, that was so cool, Catherine. Looks like the flower is coalescing out of the mist. Mist. Greg, one of the streams. Oh, that was your Okay, that's awesome. Okay, got it. And the other one that says one is me because I just want to go there just in case somebody misses, that's me over there on my laptop. Okay, wonderful. Alrighty, so let's go to art. Now, I don't know if it's art. Oh, Ada. Okay, that's Ada's laughing. Okay, so we're going to go to art. Now, I want you guys, whoa, okay. I don't think he's here to tell you the truth. Let's go to fit. So Art sent us, I'm going to wait because, not for these, I'm going to talk to him about this, but Art sent me an artist statement, which is really, really cool because he was the first one, which Ada, I would like for you to, so I'm jumping the gun again. Okay, let me just say this real quick. Art gave us the first portfolio. In this show, we can talk about one image or a portfolio. It's different. I love that. You can only have 10 images though, because I don't want to go through a chunk. I think 10, if you have like 12 images, that's fine. I just don't want 20 images. So, and when you submit a chunk, which is a portfolio, there's got to be an artist statement for it. And so when he had sent the first portfolio, he didn't have an artist statement there, but he ended up sending me an artist statement. I thought it was really cool, but I want to wait for AD to be able to talk to you guys about it and to share Art's artist statement because I want to pin out a couple points that I really loved. With that said, he's given us 3 images today that we can help him with. I'll just read what he's doing, and then I'll share his 3 different fire images. So this is just one. It says he says that this was a shot. Okay, so what he did was he did an assignment around the house. And he was shooting fire. He used a Sony A7 with a Phoenix 2.8 100 millimeter macro. So it's on a crop sensor. So basically he's saying that that's equivalent to 150. So he says the Phoenix is an old used lens with remarkable sharpness. The image was processed in Topaz Labs in the studio using texture. I was about 4 inches away to get the best flame. That's scary. I love to photograph matches. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. A lot of smoke though. It says using an off flash camera to the right with a 1/2 CTO gel. So used a gel. He's working on a series of these each time he lit a match with a different result to see how things look. So this is fine art macro. So right now he's in the process of making this type of portfolio. So here's his first one. I'm going to put all three of them up so you guys can see, but let's just look at them individually, and then we'll look at them as a triptych. So here is this one, which, to tell you the truth, that's my favorite. And then here is a single one that he has done. So so this is what I would do. Let me just do a grid, and then this way you guys can see what I would do if I had this as a portfolio beginnings. So we're going to do a survey. So here is his 3 image, and so when I look at these, because it is not an individual, this is one thing that I really, really love. And a lot of you guys know that I went to college as an art major with emphasis in photography. So that's why I want you guys to definitely go with a portfolio, because a single image does say 1,000 words, but a portfolio says 1,000,000. That's my own sound. I gotta write that down. That's Janice saying. I love that. Because when you have something like this, look at how powerful it looks. I want you guys to see how powerful it looked when I put all 3 together. Is that I think this is cool. This is so awesome. So what I would do if I was to keep, I would totally keep this up. This would be an amazing portfolio with the variety of having, say, this one right here, you could flip it, but I wouldn't flip it. I would just keep every single shot separate. So I would go ahead and do what you're doing in Topaz, keep that flow going. It looks great. I don't see anything that bugs me about anything, like personally, and that who am I to say when it comes to your portfolio, but I will tell you what I like. So I feel like with this guy, I would shoot now another match, and I would try to get it to go on the opposite side. So then you have one on the opposite side. You have one now together, maybe a crisscross one. Maybe then one that's straight up, and have the flames turning. Sometimes you could just blow, the wind will just blow gently and have a flame go really to the left and really to the right. I would do that. So I would just give it a story. We're working on stories, and just start playing with the life of a match being lit, and go on with your artist statement and why you are really excited about this, who influenced you about this, why are you using the post-processing that you're using. Really dive into it. The more you understand why you're pushing the shutter button and why you're post-processing, the stronger your work will be. And this is different. This is what I like. This is what other artists like. We like things that are different, not like everyone else. So this is really cool. I would totally, Art, you've got something here, and I would just go for it. Andy? Oh, you're here, Art. I didn't even know you were here. I'm sorry. Hi. Hi. You are on. Okay, let me see. Okay, so yes, Ada. Okay, I do have, you sent by email. Let me see. You know what, Ada? I think what I'll do for you, Ada, is I think we'll have you on the next feedback. If I don't, right now I'm trying to work on somebody, we're trying to work with his schedule. So if that works out, then we'll have let me see, let me go back to me real quick. Let me see. Art, do you have any questions before I leave this area? Oh, look, Greg says he wants to see more. I agree. Very creative. Nicely done. Awesome. Can you share your statement? It would be great to know your outlook and what you are going for. Yes, it's pretty cool. But I won't share it on the show right now, just because I want to have AD listen to it. So I just want AD's impressions, and I want him to, our AD hasn't seen it yet. So, okay, if you have a question, Art, that you would like me to address, then I will come back to, I will definitely come back to this, okay? So what I wanted to say to Otto, because he's given, oops, sorry guys, he's given us a lot of great information. I mean, not only information on the variety of things that Otto does, which is really, really cool. His macro stuff is awesome. That I think that I would like to wait because he has some good stuff, and the show's only an hour, and I want to give Otto, I want to give you some time so we can get your statement or your images and we can work on that. So again, if we don't, I will email you or message you on Facebook if we do not have a an amazing photographer next week, which I'm going to look right here. The next show that we're going to have is July 23rd. So it's 2 weeks from today at 1 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. So what I'd like all of you guys to do is please just keep submitting your work. If you're working on something, just submit it. It goes into a key. Like I say, it goes into my Dropbox. You have to type in some information. That's when it pings me, and I know, okay, there's images for the show. So even just keep throwing them in there, and it's a first come, first serve as we're going down the line. So Otto, you're definitely first in line for the next show. So definitely keep that going, you guys, because I couldn't have this without you guys. And I think what's really awesome about this is that when you guys bring in your work like this, we all support each other. Oh, I'm still sharing my screen. Sorry. It's like stop screen sharing. I got this little black, this side gray thing. Sorry about that, you guys. Let's see. Let's get, okay. Now there's me. Sorry. And you can see all my mess. I wasn't ready. I was fumbling, you guys. I was fumbling. So yeah. So anyways, I will definitely. I had to have the show because look at it. Wasn't this awesome? We all supported each other. Bring in your work. We all chatted up. I love it. I love it. It's so much fun. So mark your calendar because we'll be on in 2 weeks, and hopefully AD's good. And if he's not, I'm going to try to figure out why my OBS was giving me problems and why I couldn't share my screen, or I might just use this. I just have to figure it out. I got to figure it out, you guys. But I want to thank you so much for being here, and please, please stay safe. It's crazy out there, and I will not have my end of the screen. Oh, I could do it on this second one. Let me see. Oh, maybe what I'll do is I am streaming on OBS too, so I could maybe blend these two in. How funny. I'll take one down and the other one that I'm streaming, because I have 2 streams right now, and I'll blend them in, and nobody will know except for us that's live that I was streaming 2 different things. So what I want to say to you guys is that I want you to all remember from the bottom of your heart that it really does make a difference, that your 1,000 words is out to the world so we can smile, we can experience, and we can help each other as macro, close-up, and micro photographers. Okay, so I'm going to say goodbye, and I'll say cheers, and see you in 2 weeks. All righty. Oops. Let me see. You guys are going to see me, but